So my name is Anna Faulk. I own a financial services business. So I work with primarily small businesses. And I live in the Breckenridge area and do a lot of like outdoor activities. I'm a big river rafter, love to snowboard, and love to go to the gym as well. I started working with Vinny before he even owned the gym, the original Vital Gym, when he worked at a place called The Gym, and he was a personal trainer, so I started training with him, and then kind of fast forward, he opened his gym and continued to train with him until I moved back to the mountains from Denver. And at that point, I tried to drive back and forth and train with him because he was such a good trainer. And the whole time that he was training, like physical training, I was recognizing that he was also more like a coach than a trainer. And so we even had conversations about that a lot, where I would just say, like, you're really kind of helping me with other areas of my life than just the physical area. So when then I worked with them, they were one of my clients for a period of years. And as their businesses have grown and evolved, and Vinny finally pulled the trigger on becoming a personal coach and took all of his certifications. I was just like, well, that's brilliant. That's what I need to be doing. I mean, that's to me his calling, and that's what he's good at, and that's where he needs to be. So, and I think the fitness was just like his mechanism to get into the sort of coaching and working with people on a higher level. I was just in a place where business was a little hard for me. I have some family things that were difficult for me. And then just in general, keeping myself on a good track um, of continuing the fitness and eating well and meditating and, doing all those things that we know are good for us. I am more effective with that if I have some accountability and if I have some guidance with that. And so that's really the reason that I sought out a life coach in the first place, and just to really help me with all of those layers of life that can be hard. Motivation, commitment, focus, and sort of the like routine of doing the things that I know are good for me on a daily basis. So what I really like working with Vinny, well, there's a lot of things that I like, but he he can really sense in me whether I need to talk about, the next steps in my personal journey, or if there's something that has come up that needs more immediate attention. And he'll very easily just kind of shift gears and zone in on the things that are maybe more of an immediate need. But then we've also created just some very specific goals for me on this, personal health journey that he tracks very carefully. And so we circle back to those on a regular basis. And I really like the sort of building blocks that I'm learning in terms of that physical health journey. So each session, I learn something more about myself. I learn something more about, I always come away with these takeaways for things that I can journal, and dig deeper into myself to find some, just calm and stableness in my life. But there's a lot of like visualization and, just really thinking about the things that have gone well in my life and the things that have gone, maybe have been more rocky, and really digging into those rocky pieces and seeing how they can fit into the things that go well, and how can I learn and gain knowledge and gain some wisdom from the things that have been difficult. I definitely see those things now as more like learning opportunities. They come to me more easily as learning opportunities than prior to working with Vinny. So prior to working with Vinny, you kind of hear that, okay? All the things in life that are hard are really just opportunities to get better and to learn from those mistakes. But I think that he really helps me recognize those, and it's just like being at the gym. The more you practice things with in terms of your physical sense, the more I practice some of these like mental strategies and emotional strategies, they've become more second nature to me. I don't know exactly what it is about Vinny, but he definitely, he's been through hardships, and he has, through the work that he's done on himself, he just has this stability and calmness, and some just like grit and resilience to him that are, I can take what he says more seriously, for one thing, because I know that he's been through it, but it also helps me to recognize those things in myself. And since I've been working with him, I've had a lot of just like difficult family obstacles and things that have come up. And what I'm finding is that I handle those with a lot more grace and a lot more calm and a lot more like peacefulness, even in the difficult moments. I mean, I would say that it's well worth the time and the money, because um while those might seem like things that we have to put into it, they are things that we have to put into it, but more comes out in the long run. So, I just really enjoy the time that I spend with him. So that, even the hour that I spend with him every couple of weeks, is a very calm and uplifting space for me. They can be hard because you're digging into hard things, but digging into the hard things has a benefit in the long run. And truly, I know that I am a better person for the work that I'm putting into, that's guided by Vinny. Definitely a good return on investment. I mean, the money is always something that all of us think about, but the money that's put into it helps me even financially down the road, because when life is going in the right direction, and when you really have this like positive intention, then the finances fall. So the money comes back in the long run, and the time definitely is well spent.